Hi, I'm Chris. This is Miller Plays. It's time for some more of our Pentagon Challenge, where last week we won the African Champions League with Orlando Pirates. It was a terrific team. We spent lots of money. It was nice and easy, probably too easy. And then we moved to Bahia. Different story there completely. Bit of a struggle in that first season, but we managed to get into the Scuderia Americana. So we're in the second tier of the Champions League over in South America, but we need to go better than that, don't we? So it's a big transfer window coming up, and fingers crossed we can do the business there and push on to get into the Copa Libertadores. So the transfer window has just slammed shut, and he says, yes, it has. And as you can see, Mustafa Mohamed was there's a late bid for him, 14 million to Corinthians. They came in and on deadline day, whenever it was fairly late on, I just concluded a couple of deals, and then they came in and it's like, oh, panic stations, 14 million's 14 million. He had been signed previously. He would sign for 275,000 from Iraqi side Al Zawara, and had been with us for a good couple of years. They played a couple of times, scored a few goals. That's in the state championship, not in the league. So it was like, whoa, okay. He's young, and they put in a massive offer, so we had to accept. So with that, we then had to go out and try and replace him effectively. Unfortunately, the guy that I wanted, Sugarman, I'd already turned down just moments before because my other option had come in. So Ed Carlos is a Brazilian right winger. He's a youth player. He's in on loan, £35 a week. But as soon as he turns 18, we're offering him a contract, and fingers crossed he'll sign it. So we're on that borderline there. The guy I was trying to bring in, Sugarman, because I didn't think I was going to get Ed Carlos, is this guy. And 1.3 million, I'm thinking, yes. And then it was a toss-up between the two. I couldn't really have both. If only I delayed. If I delayed, I'd have had him as well. But I didn't know what was about to happen. Happened. So, yeah. As for the rest of the window, we've done a fair amount of business. Was there any back end of here? No, that's 12. And August. That seemed like a long time ago. Damn phone. Right, I'm back. Here we go then. So nothing happened at the back end of last year. It is all from January. So Sydney, we managed to get rid of him. 33-year-old now, defensive midfielder. He went out the door for 800,000. Angelo out on loan. Gerald, finally managed to get rid of him as well. He came to me and says, I want a new challenge. I said, please go. He did. And then Suto Cabrera, the Chilean striker, we managed to sell him for 3.8 million to El Atifak. So that was good. And then obviously Mustafa Mohamed has just gone there. The players I did want to go out the door, Dell and Roger Fernandez, hasn't happened. So Dell's there. He's on the list. He wants a new challenge. I'm not really interested in playing him. He's on 27.5 grand a week. I said Roger Fernandez, Roger Gabriel. And Roger Gabriel, the bane of my life, he's actually requested to go. He wants to go. I've tried to sell him, and I've had one bid. He turned them down. Probably not surprising. He's on 40 grand a week at the moment. So it's very frustrating with him. That's a big chunk of change that we've got for him that we don't want. And Dell apparently is an important player again. I've changed that numerous times, I'm sure. But yeah, the players in then, and we've been busy. We've had to be busy. We brought in Luna Hold on, there was a left back we sold. It must have been on the back end of last year. There was. There we go. Emilio Vieira Luz. We sold for 1.4 million. So there was a little bit done just before the transfer window. And then we've brought in Luna to replace him, 3.5 million. He's a 20-year-old Uruguayan left back, bags of potential, very good now. We're quite hopeful with him. We went back to Orlando Pirates to get Mbangeni Madondo, the defensive midfielder. He had a minimum release clause. We said, yeah. There was another one I could have got, but I didn't. I was leaving them to hopefully get on with it, and they're falling behind Stellenbosch again. That's disgusting. Whoever their new manager is ought to be sacked. Next in was Voldemir Zimmerman. He's a right winger. So he's now promoted to one of the top right wingers. So we brought him in for 1.4 million. Oliveira as a backup centre back. Hopefully he doesn't have to play too often, but he's in. He's got a bit of pace about him. Albertino is a backup right back. He had 4 stars of potential. He's dropped down to 3 now. Marvellous. Next in was Rodrigo Pasmanta, a really pacey centre back. This is the guy I was thinking of. We signed him from Colo Colo for 1.4 million. So all being well, he's going to do the business for us. Bibby has come in. He is a left back or a defensive midfielder. So he's covering both of those. He's quite good with still potential to grow into. Then we got this guy in on loan, Luquinas, a attacking midfielder or second striker. He's in on loan because he's 17 and I can't sign him yet. So hopefully when he turns 18, we'll try and sign him. Carlos Alberto is a striker. He's a big man. He's 6'7". He's got 20 jumping reach. Not quite as strong as I'd like, but he's 21. He can still grow into his body and has improved since he's got here. Next in was, he's turned 18. Tinoco. There we go. Tinoco. Hopefully we can sign him now. I think we've got a minimum release, so we should be able to sign him. Now he's 18, he'll probably sign for us. Prior to that, he wouldn't. So Tinoco is somebody we will try and sign very shortly. Next in through the door was Ed Carlos, the right winger, and fingers crossed we keep him and get approached to sign him as soon as he's 18 and he signs on the dotted line. We've signed Salim Afra, a wide midfielder. It was a gamble. He wasn't fully scouted. I've got him down as a defensive midfielder. So fingers crossed that is where we'll be playing him. Signed him for quite big money, I believe. 3.5 million. So massive gamble on him. And then the last man through the door, Nilson Mandeli. He'd recently turned 18. So we've been after him for a little while. He's a defender who can play both left back and right back. So that's them. A lot of the targets have been 17 years old and don't want to sign for us at the moment. As soon as they turn 18, they tend to change their mind. So all in all, we should have a bit of money, but I haven't clicked continue. And that should jump up now with what's his name's Mohammed's move. As and when it comes up. No, they're not giving us the 6 million. So basically adjusted the budgets and there we go. We've got no money. So I can't buy Tinoco at the moment, which is a damn shame. But we've had a bit of fun on deadline day. We are currently going through the Bahia State tournament. So we're just about to play VIT. If we beat, we're already in the playoffs, so we've secured that. It's a sort of a pre-season league. We're also in the Northeast Regional Cup, where apparently we play a number of games, and Vit have played 6 and got 10 points. So we've done all right so far. I'm guessing there's a few more games in that to come. Yeah. And then the Brazilian Cup has also started as well. So we played Portuguese RJ in the first round. And yeah, at the moment, there's no real opposition. So I played a couple of friendlies and it's just been the Bahia State. These are generally non-league teams. There might be one or two that are second or third division teams, but for the most part, it is just turn up for a pre-season friendly, have a match rotated side. So against Vit, we were actually playing a decent side because they are Premier Division and Arn a third division. They're coming up in a moment. CACs are also third division, and I think those two are both non-league. So the actual league season doesn't start until April. So we've got a good 5-6 weeks before that starts. So I'm just going to sim this now, and we'll see how we get on. We'll come back mid-season whenever we joined and just see how we're getting on, see if there's any. No, I'm just going to sim the season. That'll do it. Unless I spot any transfers that might happen in the meantime. Right, we'll see you at the season's end. And we're back, and that simulation took so long, I got changed. It's not another day at all. It's not even a week later at all. But here we go then. The Copa Sudamerica. And yes, we won it. We won 2-1 against CEC, the Brazilian side. So, yeah, can't complain about that. Let's have a look at the stages, shall we? Group stages, all groups. And Barcelona of Ecuador won that group. ATM looked like they were knocked out. Internacional won that one. The University of Chile won that group. CEC won there with Nacional second. Vit won this one. And then Rosario of Argentina there. And there is us. Bahia. We got twice as many points as anybody else in our group. Didn't quite get as many as Geronimo. I assume that's Geronimo. But we were the second highest point scorers, so that isn't too bad. So that meant we didn't go in the knockout playoff round. We did enter in the second round where we faced Nacional. We won 7-3 on aggregate, including a 5-2 victory there. In the quarterfinals, we managed to beat Vit 4-0 on aggregate, 2-0 in that leg there. And then we faced off against University of Chile, where we won 3-1 on aggregate and 3-1 in the first leg. And then obviously in the final, we managed to score a comprehensive 2-1. I say it's comprehensive. We could check that. It was that a comprehensive victory. There it is there. So if we click in, we can see, oh, yes, it was a comprehensive victory. It did take an 85th minute penalty. We scored an own goal. And Carlos Alberto scored our equaliser after 54 minutes. A lot of possession, a lot of shots on target, a high XG, which would have been because of the penalty as well. The OPPDA, we were half as good as them, or half as bad as them. Anybody know what an OPPDA is? No, nor do I. Not that I'm that bothered. Right, back to all the fun stuff. The first division, the table. And we are champions by 14 points. 77 goals scored, 38 conceded, plus 39. That is some season. Oh, there's a lot of green there to start the season. Oh, that included the Copa Sudamerica. Oh, it wasn't to start the season. To start the season, we've got to scroll up. For the we lost in the Brazilian Cup to CACs there. Bahia State, we did lose to Vit in the Bahia State there, 1-0. So there we go. It does look we might have won the Bahia State on penalties. Copa Sudamerica, it starts there. We had a good run there. Oh, we fell off a cliff there. Look. 3 bad results on the bounce. But we soon turned it around. And, the Brazilian Northeast Regional Championship quarter-final. We won that 1-0. Brazilian Northeast Regional Championship semi-final. That is some mouthful. And then you got the Brazilian Northeast Regional Championship final second leg. Ho-ho! Which we won 4-0. So we won that against Stur. All in all, it looks like quite the decent season. So we know we won the league. We won the Copa Sudamerica. We didn't win the Brazilian Cup, but we did win the Northeast Regional. And the Bahia State obviously was won at some point and has now disappeared off the face of the earth. So we beat Vit 1-0 in some, well, there's just 10 clubs in it. So, yeah, nothing to write home about the Bahia State Championship, but it's a good pre-season friendlies. That's what you can say about that, and it certainly helped. So if we have a look at the squad, I did come back and make a few changes in the transfer window. So we'll check that first of all. The transfer window would have been August kind of time. We brought in Paulo Roberto, an 18-year-old, a Brazilian striker. He cost us 4.8 million, so we splashed the cash on him. He's now a 3-star player. He wasn't when we signed him. He was only 2-star. So he's come in and hit the ground running. Very nice indeed. Giovanni Alves, a winger, attacking midfielder. He's in. He's another one with bags of potential. We signed him for £5 million. So certainly splashing the cash there. And then Santiago Hernandez at 18. There's a common ground here. That 3 18-year-olds that come in. He came in for 950,000. He's now a 3-star player as well. So massive improvement in these youngsters. And then out the door would have been anything from July onwards. So Teco left for 6 grand, all profit. Roger Gabriel, the old man, went out on free. Dell, we sold for £2.1 million profit. Adal for 6.5k. Daniel out on loan. Daniel Misa, our striker, he left to go to Al Ittihad for £8.75 million. Alex on a free, Regis for 1,000. So we almost balanced the books. We're £1 million out, so can't complain about that, can we? So if we actually have a look at the squad now, it is quite decent if we have a look at on ability-wise. Madondo, our South African superstar, is certainly our best player. Not far behind is Morales, the goalkeeper we bought pretty much straight away. Alejandro Luna, the left-back, the Uruguayan left-back. So a couple of Uruguayans there, very good players. Luna is wanted and is wanted by Saudi. Madondo is wanted as well by Saudi and Corinthians. So, yeah, certainly Madondo coming in. That looks like a great piece of business. We've got Uribe, a star player. He is the centre back. He's doing all right. Yao Pedro, the man we brought in on a free transfer to Orlando Pirates and then signed him for his minimum release fee of 100,000. He's come in. He's now 3.5 stars. He could still be 4.5 stars. Paulo Roberto, the young striker, loads of potential still. Salim Afra, the Moroccan winger that we're playing as defensive midfielder. Tinoco is joining us on the 31st of December, so the end of the month. Carlos Alberto is our striker. How did he get on? He got on quite well, 33 goals overall. So we signed him for 3 million, 21 league goals, 33 in total, so 5 in the Cup, 7 in the continent. Not a bad season. Doesn't look too bad. Then we've got Pasmanta, the other centre-back, not doing too badly. Diego Guaza, our Colombian left winger. Looks like he's hit his peak. We bought him for 325,000, so we could let him go, make a nice profit on him and see what happens there. Victor Gabriel, a defensive midfielder, doing all right. Juninho is 3-star. He could be a 4-star player. He's wanted by Newcastle. Corinthians want him. Gelson Arminalin, the attacking midfielder, he's down the pecking list now. We signed him for 800,000. If we get £8 million bid, he's gone, definitely. Unfortunately, no one wants him. Then Hernandez, our recent signing. Pazianotto, he is a youngster that's come through our youth system. He's now 2.5 stars. Doesn't look too bad. Can play on both wings. So, yeah, we're quite happy about that. And with him, it means we can let Guaza go without needing to replace him. Nilson Mandeli, a young player that we brought in for 2.5 million, can play right back, left back. He's improved. He's now 2.5 star. After a Bahia State Championship, I'm sure he'll be even better. Barros is wanted, so we don't mind letting him go. Did we sign him, or is he a youth player? He was signed for 1.3 million. Not sure who by. It might have been me. Can't remember. And then Julio Cesar is joining Nacional on the 1st of the 1st. So another one out the door. Bibi has almost reached his limit. So it might be that we say goodbye to Bibi. What was it, 2.2? If we get a £3 million bid for him, he can go. And then you're looking at some of the youngsters down the bottom there, including Zimmerman, who we signed for 1.4 million. I tell you what, a decent Bahia State Championship with him, he could be quite decent. Allison, somebody who's come through our youth team, hasn't progressed a great deal, but there's still time for him. And then a couple of others that are just prospects. So all in all, it's been quite the season. And we're now in the Copa Libertadores. So we have a look at the money. We have 4.89 million and 70 grand a week to play with. So there's a bit of wiggle room there. If we get a couple of players gone, enable us to bring in a few more players and we'll see what we can do. I will go off and do that. And we'll be back at some point during the Bahia State Championships. Okay, we're at the start of the season and the recruitment's gone not too bad. The window's closed now, so all good stuff there. We've sold £13 million worth of players. We've spent 8.75 million on players, and we actually have almost 8 million in our recruitment budget. So quite happy with the way things have gone. We've brought in Hima Oliveira, a 18-year-old defensive midfielder. He's come in for 1.7 million from Bra. Next in through the door was Tita. He is another defensive midfielder. He hasn't quite got the same potential ability as Oliveira, but doesn't look too bad. Then we've brought in Vincent Gabriel, a right winger who can play on the left wing as well. He's got bags of potential as well. He's come in from AMG for 550,000. An absolute bargain. Coleman joined on a free transfer. He's a Uruguayan. Doesn't look too bad. He could be a one and done kind of guy. Next in was Daniel Diaz, a Colombian right back who is quite good and has the potential to improve a lot, apparently. So fingers crossed he will improve a lot. Then we've got Gerson Viveros, another right back / centre back. He's a centre back. He's 6'7". He's got 20 of jumping reach, and that's improving apparently. Not sure how you've got the best jumping reach and can still improve it, but hey ho, I'm not going to complain. He's now 3.5 stars and improving, so we like him. Next in through the door was Christian Charis, another centre-back. This guy's a bit quicker than the last one. He's got a lot of improvement in him and has come in. I think he came in injured. And then Yanir Meneses, another Colombian, a winger who's got a fair amount of pace, and he came in injured, so hasn't really had a chance to play too much, but has had a Bahia State game. And yeah, we've done quite well there. We've sent a number of players out on loan. We sold Diego Guaza, our left winger, for £3.5 million. And also at the door was Dallavia, whoever he was, and Carlos, a young centre-back. We've sold Danny for 350,000. And then Gilson Armelin, our attacking midfielder, was sold for 6.75 million to Geronimo, and apparently he's worth 46 million now, apparently. But there we have it. And if we have a look, we won the Recopa, we won the Super Cup. We've just been drawn in the Brazilian Cup, have we? Yes, away to Juventude. First division is just about to start, and then we are participating in Group C in the Copa Libertadores, and things aren't going so well there. We've lost our last 2 games. We won our first one, and then I think we've lost to both Boca and Atletico Nacional in our last 2 games, so not great. They were both away, so fingers crossed we can win the home games. We did beat Nacional 2-0 at home. So the reverse fixtures start coming in April, and they finish with Boca at home in May. So we've got Santos at home in the first game of the season. We then play our Bahia State final against Vit. I'm not sure who the full name of them. And then we go into the first division. We do have a bit of a problem for the start of the season. Our goalkeeper, a defensive midfielder, another defensive midfielder, and a centre back, plus our attacking midfielder, Diaz, the right back, all on international duty to start the season. Yay! We've also picked up injuries with Flamo. Luna is almost back from injury. He'd probably be on international duty as and when he comes back. Victor Gabriel as well. Tinoco is almost fit again, or he's out for another 2 to 5 weeks, apparently. A moderate calf strain. So, yeah, he was out for 7 weeks. The injuries just suddenly started appearing. Bang, 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 bang. Marvellous stuff. Paulo Roberto, he's back tomorrow, and Afra, 7 days, 2 weeks. So, yeah, marvellous stuff. So, yeah, not expecting much in the first couple of weeks of the season until the internationals finish. So we play our game before the Ecuador-Brazil game, which is Tuesday. I think we've got a Bahia State game on the Monday. Yeah, marvellous. Right, I'm just going to sim the season now, see how we get on. Hopefully we qualify for the Copa Libertadores again next year. I don't fancying our chances, haven't seen us lose our last 2 group games, but we'll see. There is a little bit of time left in the league season, but the Copa Libertadores is about to take place. We've got Corinthians in the final. It's a historic one. What's going to happen? Is it green? Is it red? Is it orange? Is it green? Is it green? Come on, is it green? Don't be red. Come on, then. We're waiting. Oh, it's red. Oh, dear. We've lost in the final, the Copa Libertadores, to Corinthians. And it was fairly even, I guess. El Serna Eduardo scored 2 unassisted goals. Oh, no, sorry, he didn't. That was El Serna scored the goals and Eduardo assisted. How silly of me. Rightio. I'll just now play these final few weeks of the season and we'll pick it up in a moment. Right, the season's now done then. And yeah, we knew we'd already won the Recoupar, the Super Cup. We'd won that against Corinthians there. The Brazilian Cup, we lost on penalties to Flamengo. So we were the nearly men this year. And the Copa Libertadores, you saw, we lost 2-0. Very, very disappointing there. What's this all about? No idea what this is all about. Stages. Have they changed it or something? What's that all about? We won there. Boca went through with us. Were Boca in there? They were. Second round, we came up against Everton, beat them. In the quarter-final, we beat Sep. I think that's Palmeiras. We beat Botafogo in the semi-final. We see Racing Club were bested by Corinthians. And then in the final, we obviously lost to the Corinthians. What's this league stage all about? I've no idea. Talking of league and stages, we won the league again. So we had 25 wins, 6 draws, 7 defeats. We only scored 73 goals this season, so that's a bit disappointing, but a nice convincing win in the league. We want that. There's no bars there, is there? Our best players, we did have 2 in there at one stage, but unfortunately they've both disappeared. So they must have dropped off a little bit towards the end of the season. All in all, that is annoying. We lost to them twice. Fancy them doing the double over us. Right, look at the squad then. We will go in selection information and we can see goals. Carlos Alberto, our big man striker. He came, he saw, he kicked some butt. 46 goals in total this season. 30 in the league. In the league, 30 goals, 11 in continental, 5 in cup competitions, 46 in total. Not a bad return from him. We did lose our other main striker. He went out somewhere. It was big money buy sale. It was before Uribe. Paulo Roberto, there he is. It was 10 million. That's disappointing. So he went to Al Ittihad for 10 million. He wanted to leave. I couldn't turn it down. We also sold Leonardo for 675. Uribe also went for 10 million. Fatchin for 16.5, and Victor Gabriel we sold for 2.6. So in the end, we've made a £15 million profit. We did bring in some youngsters. So we signed Lay. He is an attacking midfielder. He's got bags of potential. Hasn't had as much game time as I'd like because we had somebody else throwing their toys out the pram. Arthur has come in as a replacement striker. He's also 6'7". He's come in, he's scored a few goals. I bought him with getting rid of Carlos Alberto in mind. And then the last guy in was Nicolas Mendoza, a left winger who can also play defensive midfield and also can play attacking midfield. Not that I really need somebody in the attacking midfield role now. So all in all, he can cover several positions, so he is quite useful. So we brought those 3 in for a combined, 13 million. And we sold lots of players for 22, 23 million. So all in all, massive profit there. We've got 30 million available. So we could make a big splash and really go for the Copa Libertadores this year. If we go back to the squad, who else did things? Tinoco, 16 goals, 8 assists. Coleman, is going to get sold. We didn't play him at all in the second half of the season. Juninho, he's certainly progressing nicely. Pretty much at full capacity now, or full potential. Pozzanotto, he's still young, still got bags of potential, so that's another one there. Obviously know about Arthur. Lay's come in. Alves is the guy that threw his toys out the pram. He, again, is another very good player, so I can understand why he threw his toys out the pram. So we've got a number of very good players in this squad now. And if we have a look at ability-wise, João Pedro is now considered our best, with Madondo, Tinoco, the defender Vivaros right up there, Juninho, Moraes, Diaz, and Luna. So we've got a number of very, very good players that are almost on that key players list, and it won't be long before they are there. Vinicius Gabriel is now a 3-star right winger, so he's improved massively across the season. Mandeli, he's a 3-star player, plays both right back and left back. Arthur, he signed a big contract. I'm not sure if I want to keep him anymore. Coleman is one that we'll probably be getting rid of. He's come in, he played that first half really well. Second half of the season, not so great. He was the freebie, wasn't he? So we could look to move him on, get a bit more money in the kitty and see what happens. And then Charis, Tita, Lay, Oliveira. So we've got a lot of players with a lot of potential. So it's only a case of we need to add 1 or 2 players, perhaps even 1 superstar. And then we will be right up there. And then it's just a case of, is that 1 superstar a striker? And therefore we get rid of our 40-goal man, wherever he is now, Carlos Alberto. It might be that we just go all in and say, thanks, Carlos, who scored 46 goals last season, but we're going in a different direction. I don't know. So I've got the summer now to make a few decisions, and let's see if we can get the Copa Libertadores in our next season. We'll see you soon. Well, we're not far off the start of the season. The transfer window has closed. We're now the 1st of March. The media have us, along with the bookies, as third favourites. The bookies have us at 3-1. Palmeiras and Flamengo are the 2 teams better than us. And news on Palmeiras, they offered me a job interview. I didn't bother going. I couldn't be bothered, really. It might be a stupid mistake, but you never know. We have now 3 players in the Dream 11. In actual fact, we've got 2 players as key players as well. How about that? One of the key players in the league doesn't feature in the Dream 11. So you will not know either of those 2 players. So Palacios Mina's there. So Vivaros is obviously our Colombian centre-back who can also play right-back. We signed him last year. He's had a decent season. Vinicius is not ours. Gaviel is somebody else I've signed. Okay, let's go to the signings, because we have spent some money. And as you can see there, we've signed some pretty decent players. Right, we've sold £16.25 million worth of players. 10.5 went on Pazinotto. Oh, it's up to 10.5 now. It was originally 8 there. It's going to go up to about 18 million. So Palmeiras came in, offered us a big chunk of change. He didn't want to stay with us, so we sold him. Coleman, we signed him on a free transfer. We sold him for 2 million, so we didn't get as much money as I'd have liked. And then Bibi has gone out the door for 4.8 million. It's 3.7 currently. So we've made £1.5 million profit on him so far. And then the players we've brought in, Rodrigo Augusto on a free transfer. He's not bad, is he? He's Brazilian. He's an attacking midfielder who can also play on the right. He's a star player. He formerly of Internacional. He was their youth player. He's come through. He's quit and now signed for us. So he's not had a transfer fee in his entire 10-year career, and he's now with us. And quite happy about this. He's twice capped by Brazil as well. So that was a good bit of business. Then we brought in Jose Luis Palacios Mina, a centre-back. He's Colombian. He's 19. Rings a bell, doesn't it? We've signed him from Racing Club in Argentina for 9.75 million. So very happy with this guy. He ticks a lot of boxes. He's got a great amount of pace. He can do covering defensive work. We've then brought in Luis Ricardo, a backup goalkeeper for 325,000. He's Brazilian, and he's all right as a backup. We don't mind him. We then signed Rites. He's not a dream 11 forward, but he is a key player in the league. And he doesn't look too bad, does he? He's cost us a whopping 14.25 million. So I think that one goes up as well on appearances or something like that. I think there's another 2.8 million to pay somewhere down the line. But yeah, all in all, quite a decent striker. He's 7-capped Argentinian. He's 21, and it gives us a little bit of a boost there. And then we signed Alexandre Gavio. He is a left back who can play left wing. So having lost Palanzotti, I wanted a new left back in case Luna left. Luna hasn't left, so we've got Gavio as well. He has bags and bags and bags of pace and can play anywhere down that left-hand side. He's not the greatest as an attacking midfielder, but I don't care. He can play in any of those positions. So we can play him and Luna. We can rotate between the two. All in all, we've done a fair lick there. Did we sell? No, nothing else went on there. So that is our transfer business. All in all, I'm very happy, and we have not been drawn in any cup, the Northeast State Cup that we were last year. Why is it not showing? I played loads of the Brazilian Northeast Regional Championship. I'm sure I played loads of them last year. Perhaps I didn't. Perhaps I just felt like it. So, we didn't start with any friendlies. We went straight into the Bahia State, and we lost to VIT 2-1. We've also lost to Flamengo in the Brazilian Super Cup. We drew Dua in the Bahia State, but then we turned it around a bit. We put in a friendly there as well just to get a bit of game time because we're not playing a great number of games. But the Copa Libertadores is about to start. We've been drawn against Boca, there's a familiar one, Bolivar and Universitario. So, we'll see how we get on. So last season we lost to Boca in the first time we faced them 4-1, I think, at their place. Fingers crossed, we have closed that gap and we've got a bit more form this time around. The first division actually starts next month, and it's now just let's see what we do in the Copa Libertadores. Right, I'm going to sim the season. We'll see you at the end. Fingers crossed this time around we go one better than last year. Here we go then. The season is almost over. The Copa Libertadores is about to be played. We are up against Flamengo, who finished second in the league. We've just lost to them 3-0. We did have a rotated side that day. Will the first team actually better the reserves? And our survey says, dun, 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 dun. Come on then. Anticipation's killing me now. Let's get there. Yes, we've won on penalties. Thank goodness for that. There has been a number of changes. The Saudi Arabians came in and stole a few of our players. So we then had to go out and sign a few replacements, including a central midfielder who signed for 40 million and can't play because he played 7 games in the league elsewhere. But here we go. We're about to get our weekly holiday come off, and I can show you what we did do and what we didn't do. And all of a sudden we've got a DTA game, whatever that is. Derby of the Americas. We're up against Club America. Right, let's quickly jump into the recruitment and fill you in there. So, players out the door. As you can see, 74 million. We've sold. Afra completed his transfer to San Sebastian as soon as the window opened. Tinoco went to Al Nazir for 18.75 million, his release clause. Vinicius Gabriel went to Al Hilal for 14.5 million. That was his release clause, I believe. Paco left. Daniel Diaz we sold to Al Ittihad for 12 million. So, we lost some players. We did replace some of them. So Ronaldo Polino is the £40 million superstar defensive midfielder we brought in and couldn't play. So he did play in the Copa Libertadores, so we could register him for that. Joaquim Moniz is the replacement right back for Diaz, who we signed for 10 million and is an upgrade. So that was nice. We've signed Divanzir Gonçalves, a backup goalkeeper with a fair amount of potential. We signed him because he was cheap, 950,000. And Victor Vinicius is another youngster that's come in, bags of potential, and effectively replaces whatever his name was that we sold for lots of money to Saudi Arabia, Vinicius Gabriel. So, all in all, that was pretty decent. If we jump in and see fixtures, the first division, we have won that with a game to spare, 84 points on the board. Flamengo comes second, 75, so it could have been more if we'd actually put a first team side out. And we've got one game left to play. We've already qualified. Everything is tied up there, and we've obviously got that Americanas game that suddenly appeared. We did lose in the Brazilian Cup in the third round. It was a bit of a shock result. We lost to MFC of the second division. Yeah. What can I say? Not great. If we do actually look at the first division, we can see the media prediction actually moved us up to second, and the bookies have us second favourites behind Palmeiras. Britas is the top goalkeeper striker now, and we have the 3 players in the Dream 11. No, we don't. Vinicius isn't ours. We do have the 2 most key players in the league, which is always quite nice. So there's bits and pieces there. What I will do, though, is quickly pick the side for the last 2 games and see if we win the Cup of Americas. Okay, team has been picked. We're just now waiting to see what happens. I think it's the Intercontinental Cup. The North Americas versus the South Americas. And the final is us between Club America, and we lost. We're no longer the best team in... No, we are the best team in South America. We're not the best team in the Americas. There we go. That is us done. Let's just have a quick peek at the final. Copa Libertadores, we weren't the better side. Well, we had more shots, less on target. We had a far superior XG, and it required into the 120th minute for us to win it. And Barbosa, the young left winger, has obviously come on and done the business. We signed him for nothing. He's come through the youth team, of course. So, a youth player has won us the final Champions Continental Champions trophy. So Copa Libertadores is ours. That was the final one. We've won in Asia with Uara Red Diamonds. We won in Europe with Man City. We went to North America first, didn't we? We then went to Lyon and won, Club Lyon. Then we went to Man City. We won the Champions League. Then we flew to South Africa, where we won with Orlando Pirates. And now Bahia have won us the Copa Libertadores. And with that, we have completed the Pentagon. Hopefully you've enjoyed all that. It's been a bit of a slog at times, but I've quite enjoyed some of this. I do enjoy the Japanese, the African, and the Mexican, to be honest. They are all good fun leagues, and probably where I come in, certainly in the Mexican one, a little bit too easy. But hey-ho, can't complain. We've done it. We have completed the Pentagon. Right, as I say, hopefully you've enjoyed that. And we'll catch you next week with something else. I have to get my thinking cap on. Until then, ta-da.